The Kathmandu Valley, located in Nepal, lies at the crossroads of ancient civilizations of Asia, and has at least 130 important monuments, including several pilgrimage sites for Hindus and Buddhists. There are 7 World Heritage Sites within the valley. Historically, the valley and adjoining areas made up a confederation known as the Nepal Mandala. Until the 15th century, Bhaktapur was its capital, when 2 other capitals, Kathmandu and Lalitpur, were established. After the annexation of the valley by the Gorkha kingdom, and subsequent conversion of the valley as the capital of their empire, the designation of Nepal was extended to every land they conquered. The Kathmandu Valley is the most developed and populated place in Nepal. The majority of offices and headquarters are located in the valley, making it the economic hub of Nepal. It is popular with tourists for its unique architecture and rich culture that includes the highest number of jatras in Nepal. The valley itself was referred to as Nepal proper by British historians. Thousands of people died and tens of thousands of buildings and structures collapsed in Kathmandu Valley in the April 2015 Nepal earthquake. Etymology: the city of Kathmandu is named after a structure in Durbar Square called by the Sanskrit name Kastha Mandapa, wooden shelter. It was destroyed in the 2015 earthquake. This unique temple, also known as the Maru Sattel, was built in 1596 by King Lakshmi Narasimhamala. The entire structure contained no iron nails or supports and was made entirely from wood. Legend has it that the timber used for this 2-story pagoda was obtained from a single tree. History: the Kathmandu Valley may have been inhabited as early as 300 BCE, since the oldest known objects in the valley date to a few hundred years BCE. The earliest known inscription is dated 185 CE. The oldest firmly dated building in the earthquake-prone valley is almost 1,992 years old. 4 stupas around the city of Patan that are said to have been erected by Charamati, a purported daughter of the Maurya Emperor Ashoka, in the 3rd century BCE, attest to the ancient history present within the valley. As with the tales of the Buddha's visit, there is no evidence supporting Ashok's visit, but the stupas probably date to that century. The Lichavis, whose earliest inscriptions date to 464, were the next rulers of the valley and had close ties with the Gupta Empire of India. The Mallas ruled the Kathmandu Valley and the surrounding area from the 12th until the 18th century CE, when the Shah dynasty of the Gorkha kingdom under Prithvinarayan Shah conquered the valley as he created present-day Nepal. His victory in the Battle of Kirtipur was the beginning of his conquest of the valley. The Nuas of the indigenous inhabitants and the creators of the historic civilization of the valley. The Nuas are Tibeto-Burman speakers. The language is today known as Nepal Bhasa. They are understood to be the descendants of the various ethnic and racial groups that have inhabited and ruled the valley in the 2 millennium. History of the place: scholars have also described the Nuas as a nation. They have developed a division of labor and a sophisticated urban civilization not seen elsewhere in the Himalayan foothills. They are known for their contributions to art, sculpture, architecture, culture, literature, music, industry, trade, agriculture and cuisine, and left the mark on the art of Central Asia. Nua architecture consists of the pagoda, stupa, shikara, chaitya and other styles. The valley's trademark is the multiple-roofed pagoda, which may have originated in this area and spread to India, China, Indochina and Japan. The most famous artisan who influenced stylistic developments in China and Tibet was Araniko, a Nua who traveled to the court of Kublai Khan in the 13th century AD. He is known for building the White Stupa at the Myoing Temple in Beijing. At present, people from other parts of Nepal tend to migrate to the valley for a better life due to its high level of cultural and economic development. Mythology. According to Swayambhu Puran, the Kathmandu Valley was once a lake, deemed by scientists as Paleo-Kathmandu Lake. The hill where the Swayambhu Stupa rests had lotus plants with beautiful lotus flowers abloom. One story says that the god Manjushri cut a gorge at a place called Kashapal with a sword called Chandrarasha and drained away the waters in order to establish a habitable land. According to Gopal Banshorali, Krishna cut the gorge with his Sudarshana chakra to let the water out. He then handed the drained valley to the Gopalvansi people, who were nomadic cowherders. Geography. Kathmandu Valley is bowl-shaped. Its central lower part stands at 1,425 meters above sea level. Kathmandu Valley is surrounded by 4 mountain ranges: Shivapuri, Fulchoki, Nagarjun and Chandragiri. The major river flowing through the Kathmandu Valley is the Bagmati. The valley is made up of the Kathmandu district, Lalitpur district and Bhaktapur district, covering an area of 220 square miles. The valley consists of the municipal areas of Kathmandu, Patan, Bhaktapur, Kirtipur and Madhyapur Thimi. The remaining area is made up of a number of village development committees. The valley is a cultural and political hub of Nepal. The Kathmandu Valley was accorded the status of a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in the year 1979. Places to see. This is an incomplete alphabetical list of notable temples and monuments in Kathmandu Valley. 7 of these are designated as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Bhaktapur District, Bhaktapur Urba Square, Changunarayan Temple, Dolshwar Mahadeva Temple, Kailashnath Mahadev Statue. Kathmandu District, Pashupatinath Temple, Aditnath Temple, Buddhanath Stupa, Bhagbhairab Temple, Dakshinkali Temple, Gaishwari Temple, Kathmandu Urba Square, Narayan Hiti Palace, Rani Pokhari Swayambhunath Temple, Uma Maheshwar Temple, Ajima. Lalitpur District, Nepal, Patan Urba Square, Temple of Rato Makindranath, Bangmati. Present. This valley hosts a UNESCO World Heritage Site with 7 preserved locations. The centers of the 3 primary cities, Kathmandu Hanumandoka, Patan Urba Square and Bhaktapur Urba Square. The 2 most important Buddhist stupas, Swayambhunath and Buddhanath, and 2 famous Hindu shrines, Pashupatinath Temple and Changunarayan. Since 2003, UNESCO lists the sites as being endangered out of concern for the ongoing loss of authenticity and the outstanding universal value of the cultural property. In the past, Tibetan Buddhist masters including Marpa, Milarepa, R.W.A. Lotsava, Ras Chungpa, Dharma Swami, 13 Karmapa, 16 Karmapa and several others visited and traveled in the Kathmandu Valley. However, the largest group of Tibetans came in the 1960s. Many settled around the Swayambhunath and Buddhanath stupas. Many other famous lamas known throughout the world have their Buddhist monasteries and centers in the Kathmandu Valley. The 1500-year history of funerary architecture in the valley provides some of the finest examples of stone architecture found in the subcontinent. Acacia is placed in almost all courtyards in cities like Patan. Stone inscriptions in the Kathmandu Valley are important sources for the history of Nepal. Musical inspiration. Cat Stevens wrote a song titled Kathmandu, which appeared in his 1970 album, Mona Bonjakan. Rock musician Bob Seger wrote a song titled Kathmandu, which appeared on his 1975 album, Beautiful Loser. Kathmandu is mentioned in the song Cry Baby by Janis Joplin. Kathmandu is also mentioned in the song Nobody Told Me by John Lennon. A Russian rock band Krematorij had a song titled Kathmandu on the 2000 album Three Springs. The Argentine musician Fito Paez has a song called Trafico por Kathmandu. New Age guitarist Will Ackerman has a song called A Happy Home in Kathmandu in his 1993 album The Opening of Doors. The group Tantra recorded a song called The Hills of Kathmandu in the early 1980s. Banjo player Bia Kutelafleck has a number called Kathmandu. David Hughes from Sweden included a track titled Kathmandu on his 2007 release Foreign Shores. Canadian prog rock band Rush mentioned Kathmandu in the song A Passage to Bangkok on the 1976 album 2112. OK Go, an American band, have a song titled Back from Kathmandu. The English space rock band Hawkwind has a song called Could Oo Fly on the 1976 album Astounding Sounds, Amazing Music.